You are now listening to Lauer Road Radio.
Hey, welcome one and all to the number one podcast, winter, spring, and fall. Talking sports for the thrill of it all. Hey, talking life, but we're killing it all. Jason and Dan with the master plan. These are dangerous men with the mic in the hand. Huh? Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. What? Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Yeah. Dad light, Doug light, bright lights in sight. All right. Bonafide winners everywhere that we go. You're a part of the team.
Lauer Radio.
Let's get it.
What?
At Tanagra, when the walls fell, this is Dan Owings coming at you another time for Lauer Road Radio with my co-host, as always, Jason. Yeah. We also got Jesse in the room doing what he does.
All nicked up, baby.
Yep. His wife, Savannah, is not here this week. He made that very clear that she's not allowed to be here. Preston, our czar of information, is here, and Stella is on the ones and the zeros today. Jason, what's new? What's shaking? What's the word on the street?
We're getting great interaction on the X.
The X.
You're welcome.
They love us on the X.
Well, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Giblets.
Giblets.
Is it Giblets?
It's definitely Giblets.
Okay, Mr. Giblets.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he thinks that Jesse's the best cast member.
He's my guy, man. Mr. Giblets?
What is he on?
Giblets.
Twitter?
Yeah. Twitter.
Yeah.
The X.
It tells you everything you need to know about the guy.
So we're getting a lot of positive feedback, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I have this dilemma about fans of the show, Jason.
Yeah.
Is that, gosh, it's just hard for me to, like, it's like I want fans of the show.
Yes.
Desperately. I need them, you know.
They pay the bills.
But then when I think about who would be a fan of Lauer Red Radio, I just don't have a lot of respect for that person. You know what I mean? I'm like,
who the hell is listening to this?
You know how many options there are out there? There are so many things to listen to. Professional comedians, people who do this for a living, just really, and you're, you know, I don't know. And I'm glad they're doing it. Giblets, you know, all the other people that are out there that are friends of the fat boy. What's his
Boy Blob?
Boy Blob.
Don't disrespect my other boy.
I'm glad that they're all
Carol remarks.
Carol, I mean,
Keith is out there. And,
Patton?
Well, that's not confirmed yet. We're still waiting to hear.
We
back.
don't know. Peyton,
actually, no, she did reply.
What'd she say?
What'd she say?
Let me find it here.
Okay, you find it. So anyway, is there anything new that
there's lots of questions coming?
Well, let's answer
fast.
That's what we're here for. Apparently now we just answer questions on X.
Okay,
maybe we need to have Levi make a theme song for that too. Like, do you think we should have a X?
And when you can get a discount at checkout at xxx.com using code Lauer Road Radio.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, it's .xxx. So Sue, I am blessed, says, assuming that you help out around the house and you replace the toilet paper, do you replace it over or under?
We do it the right way. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to.
We all know.
Okay. Like there's a right way. There's like a way that it's done.
Yeah.
And then there's like what a psychotic person would do.
Correct.
What
right?
are we talking about?
Toilet paper, which way it goes.
Over or under?
Over or under. So we don't need to. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to get into the particulars.
It's the mullet. It goes under.
Oh, shut your mouth.
It does go under.
It does go under.
Yeah.
If it goes over, you could have a rollerway situation going on. You pull it and it just keeps on going.
Not if you
goes,
what do
have
you?
a little bit of
How
self-control.
stupid are you?
Yeah.
Like you just don't do that.
Well, sometimes when you're in a hurry,
yeah,
and you just
why would you be in a hurry
I've
to
never
wipe?
been in a hurry to.
Sometimes.
Oh,
you've never been in a hurry to wipe?
No, I've been in a hurry to go.
I've been hesitant to wipe.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm like, let's pump the brakes on this. I'm not going to make any
a few more minutes.
I'm not going to make any decisions and waste some toilet paper. No, I would never be in a hurry to wipe, ever.
Okay. So she also wants to know, have you ever gone to someone's house and flipped the roll backwards?
Yes. I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start doing that. That's a lot of fun.
I feel like most houses, the way they put the toilet paper on the roll is just the roll ran out and they just set it on the toilet. Like it's not on the roll.
Yeah.
It's just toilet on
So we have one, it's like a stand that holds like 3 rolls
Yeah.
and then on the top. But that thing gets moved around frequently. So it's never always over or under.
Yeah.
It's wherever you set it.
Sure. So
You know.
it's kind of like best of both worlds.
Because I
situation.
prefer it on my right-hand
to
side.
choose your own adventure.
Some people prefer it on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, I definitely prefer it on my right side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I got the reply from Patton.
Yeah.
So I said, currently recording, arguing about how your name is pronounced. Can you
Yeah.
spell it phonetically, please?
Yeah.
She said, like a good old pat on the back, say it with an E, but spell it with an O. I think it's mostly in the draw. Example, I enjoy front porch sitting, picking beans, and patting my lazy old dog on the belly.
So it's Patton.
That's what we said.
That's what I
Right?
said.
Well, it's Savannah said it's definitely Peyton.
Definitely not Peyton,
So it's Patton.
because you ain't Peyton no lazy old dog on the belly.
And what we know about Patton is that she identifies as a female, right?
Looks like it from her
Currently,
pictures.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
You know,
we don't want to hold her to that.
Listen, in today's world,
Come on.
it's not my place to.
Okay. Boy Blob wants to know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When the apocalypse hits, which vehicle is going to be your apocalypse vehicle?
Oh.
So I'm assuming at this point, like most of humanity has passed, right? And so you can basically have
Oh, I see what
free
you're
picking
saying.
of whatever you
So
want.
it's this situation where I can just kind of go and I'm one of the remnant, and now I can just kind of go and find whatever vehicle I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's really one answer to this question. I really think that there's only one logical answer. I think we should all say it on the count of 3.
Okay, sure.
Can we do
That's-
that?
That's I like to do
Because
that.
I think
There's one answer
Yeah.
to this question. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
A
Honda
tank.
Civic.
Okay, sure.
What? We
Yeah.
got 4 different
What'd you say?
What'd you
a
say?
tank.
Oh, a tank. Oh, you know what? That's pretty good.
How you going to get diesel for that? You
How you
get
gonna
like
get
one,
gas for-
1 mile a gallon. That's why I'm going to Honda Civic. I
Oh.
get 50 miles a gallon on that.
Oh, sure.
If all the power is out, you have to like, how are you going to find that much gas?
Right. Yeah,
I want something that's
and
very
you can't-
gas efficient.
You can't do something that is like electric vehicles would
No,
be
forget
completely
that.
out
Yeah.
at that point.
What'd you say?
I went the whole AA route. I went Prius.
Prius.
Okay,
Yeah.
you see, that'd be good. Good
Yeah.
gas mileage, yeah.
I said Land Rover.
Okay.
Okay.
Just because I figure like the roads might be.
Yeah.
I
That's
want
like a Humvee.
I want like an old school one.
Yeah.
That's like manual transmission. Not everything's something. You know what I mean? You can just,
It's just a thing.
it's just, So I say Land Rover. That would be mine.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, couple more things here really quick.
Alrighty.
Okay. Carol Remarks wants to know about men getting pedicures. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Okay. All right.
So which
Okay.
one's which?
Listen.
There's a manicure and a pedicure.
Man is the hands. The pedicure is the foot. Is that right? Can we confirm?
Stella, is that true?
That
No.
is right.
You should ask Preston.
Preston
He
was
probably
like-
knows.
Well, because I
Definitely.
Destiny got one not too long ago.
So sure.
A mani
sure.
pedi is
So
both.
a mani pedi is both. So she wants to know specifically pedicure.
Well, she said pedicure,
Okay.
but let's just get into both of those.
All right. Now I don't want to be racist.
Then don't.
Okay.
You don't have to be.
Okay.
That's your choice.
It is.
You can choose to be racist
I'm
or
just
not.
saying this is not a racist thing. There are differences between the races.
You racist.
There just are.
Yeah.
Some of them are physical, genetic. Like there's.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying like for instance, black people are faster than white people.
Correct.
It's just not debatable,
No.
right?
You go to the Olympics
and
they
there are
win all the races.
Asian people are smarter
Yeah.
than non-Asian people.
Correct.
And then all people.
They're better at math
Yeah.
and sort of
White
things
people
like
are
that.
better at murdering multiple people and burying them in your
White-
basement.
we're great at that.
Yeah.
Indian people are great at chess and
Sitting Bull or Gandhi?
cricket. Gandhi.
Okay.
So
What
I'm
are
just
the
saying.
Germans
I'm just
good
saying. Not only are there differences between. We don't want to get into it. So
Baking.
Yeah, they are pretty good at baking. They're okay. Not only, but there's also differences in preferences. Just wide-ranging. Not everybody's this way.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you getting at?
But like you go to a movie full of white people.
Oh boy.
It's going to be quieter than a movie full of black people.
Yeah.
Now you might have more fun at the movie.
We're
full
talking
full of
mani
black
pedi.
people.
Listen.
I know. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm just setting
Listen,
it up.
Just you went
And
off.
once we go there,
Mm-hmm.
you're actually playing right into something that happened to me this week.
Okay. All right.
racially.
Good. So
pretty good.
And I'm not saying it's worse. Like I like to go. I don't go to movies with exclusively black people in the audience very often. But when I have, it's been a wonderful experience.
Okay.
You know, because they're yelling at the movie. You know what I mean? They're like, "Don't go in there," that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They laugh better. You know, they're just more expressive people.
Yeah.
You know,
They're
white
exuberant.
people are we are stifled. You know, emotionally.
We're like Vulcans.
But we're like a bad version of Vulcans. Like we're not even good at it, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so anyway, I think black people in general care more about that sort of thing. And I think it's like, okay for a black guy to get a manicure or a pedicure, and white guys, no, not so much.
Really?
Well, our friend Steve used to get, he used to take care of his nails. Do you remember him taking care of his nails?
Yeah, I guess I kind of do.
He took really good care of his nails. He was always like and he would, you know, kind of like polish them and stuff and get them, you know what I mean? And he was like always filing them and everything. I mean, that's essentially what a manicure is. You don't have to get like a color on them. You know what I mean? We're not saying painting your nails. That's a different thing. But like a manicure or pedicure means they're just taking care of your nails.
Yeah.
You know? And in general, I think black people care more about that sort of thing than white people do. So I mean, I'm painting with a broad brush here, Jason, but I just think in general, white people, white guys, it's just kind of like I don't need to do this. But black people, they care more than white people
So
do.
yay or nay?
It's a definite no for me.
Yeah, same.
You chew your fingernails, don't you?
I do. I chew them. I haven't cut my fingernails in years.
You know, I would do the petty. I do the feet because I have some gnarly toenails. That
And you're fat. You can't reach them.
it does wear me out. Yeah.
Hey, fat guy trick for cutting your toenails. Sit on steps.
Yeah. Yeah, we all know that trick.
Yeah. You do that, right?
Yeah.
That's like it's like you don't have to really like teach a baby to crawl. It just like instinctively you just put it on the ground and it figures it out.
Yeah.
You know, when someone gets fat, you don't have to teach them the fat tricks. Like you just learn the fat tricks.
I'm just saying there might be someone out there who gained a few extra pounds
and
they
having a
don't
hard
know
time
that
figuring
secret.
it out. They
yet.
figured it out. They figured it out.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about my friend? Have I ever mentioned? Yeah.
Can you go into the race thing real quick?
Why not?
know.
Let's just do it.
It was good though. It was good.
Okay.
So actually, it was at work, and Levi and I were working, and we were in this tea shop. The young lady at the counter, young black lady, short hair, bright colored, and across the street there was a group of like 4 or 5 older black guys, and one of them had a bright purple suit
See,
on.
this is what I'm saying. An old black guy wearing a bright purple suit.
It's classic.
It's a good look for him.
Yeah, and he had the hat that matched. I mean, it was bright. And I looked at Levi. I said, I could never pull that off.
No, you
I
couldn't.
want to,
Sure you do.
but I can't.
You can't.
And so after we got done with the job, I walked up to collect payment from this lady, and I was planning this as I was walking to her. And I said, I don't know, this might be inappropriate. I said that to her, and she looked at me. She was okay. I said, but
Okay.
Okay.
I said, but
you get that a lot, don't you?
I do. Okay.
Yeah.
I said, but sometimes I wish I were an old black man. And she goes, what? And I said, well, look at that old guy. I said, look at him out there. I said, he's got the bright purple suit. I said, I could not pull that off. She goes, oh, sweetie, you could pull that off. I said, no, I couldn't.
We'd all
Is she
appreciate it if you didn't use that voice. What's
Is
that?
she Southern? This lady you were talking to?
Roughly.
Roughly.
I mean, she had a little bit
Whoa,
of a...
racial overtones.
But then she said that she goes, it's just old men in general. I said, so I don't have to be an old black man? And she said, no. And I said, well, I don't see very many old white men wearing bright purple suits.
That's true. And they shouldn't.
And she told me that I should be the first.
Yeah, she was pandering
So
to you.
she was.
You shouldn't
So
be the
Levi,
first.
Levi was, he's like, I can't believe you just said that.
Well, he's
I
had
got
a
away
few.
with it.
He's had a few of those experiences. What he's been experiencing with you is not normal for him.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of abnormal things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about my friend Jim that died?
Okay.
It was sad because the reason he died, like he could have lived if I would have remembered his blood type. You know, I just couldn't remember it. If I'd have had that knowledge, he would have lived. You know, but I will say the thing about Jim is this guy. He's just this really kind of like even to the end. He just had a good attitude. You know, just courageous to the end. Because as he was dying, he just kept saying, "Be positive, be positive."
That's horrible.
You know.
Speaking of purple,
That's so bad.
I've got a purple football over here.
No, we don't like that joke.
No, it's a horrible joke. So stupid. I'd expect Teddy to say something.
So you got a purple football here.
Yeah, this is a purple football.
It's got a signature on it.
It does
I
have
can
a signature on it.
smell it.
It's a John Hancock.
Now, without touching it, don't touch
signature.
the.
I won't touch the
Because
signature.
Teddy was very adamant about.
Okay, all right.
He's like, do not let Jesse touch that football.
Oh, okay.
He said that.
Specifically, he was
Specifically.
my favorite. Of
Yeah,
your
well,
children,
not
but-
anymore.
All right.
So, can you read that signature?
It starts with a B.
Correct.
So is this a football player?
It is a football player.
Okay. That starts with a B.
Starts with a B.
NFL? Did he play in the NFL?
He did play in the NFL.
Recently?
Yeah, within
Okay.
the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. I might not know who he is then.
Was he good in the NFL or was he better in college?
Well, he was better in college.
Is there an H in his name? Okay. Does it
No.
end with an
No.
S?
No.
No.
Okay.
First name B, last name M.
Oh, I see the M.
I got it.
Yeah.
I know it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Braxton Miller?
Braxton
Braxton
Miller.
Miller.
Oh, really?
That's at a Braxton Miller signed football.
Well, look at that.
Teddy was very happy.
He played in the NFL?
Yeah, for Houston for like a year and a half.
I think he was ended up being a wide receiver for him.
Yeah,
as a
I think he
quarterback,
was.
Yeah.
That was a trick.
Braxton Miller.
Braxton Miller.
I
So-
liked Braxton Miller.
Yeah, he was a very good
I
quarterback.
like to watch him play.
Yeah. So apparently, there was a trunk or treat at the kids' school today, and Braxton Miller spontaneously showed up.
He just showed up.
He just showed up.
That's cool.
He's signing stuff for the kids.
That's cool.
So
Do we have photographic evidence of this?
I wasn't there.
Or is it just some guy who's like, hey,
It's just
I'm
some-
Braxton
yeah, it's
Miller.
just- yeah, just-
Teddy's like, it was only cost me $20.
So I was
He was
talking to
white.
the gym teacher who he was kind of helping orchestrate some of the stuff. I said, so what's the connection here? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, is he going to come back to Marion? And I'm like, I have a semi-successful
A
podcast
semi-successful
that
podcast.
I would like to get him on. And he's like, oh, really? He's like, is it a sports podcast? I'm like, no, not so much.
Exactly.
If you listen to the song, though,
You know,
It says
this
sports,
is.
yeah.
I found his signature online. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that
I'm
checks
pretty
out.
sure
That's
it's-
him.
Yeah, that's
That's
Braxton
him.
Miller. So it's a
Cool.
purple,
Cool.
purple.
Cool.
Plastic
Actually, there's a reason I told that joke. I think it's. And I agree. The joke was bad. I think that I have a theory that blood types are fake.
Yeah.
It's something like that. Nobody. I think they just made it up.
Yeah. How would you know?
How could you? I mean, I think
I mean, we trust the science.
we're all bleeding the same blood.
Yeah, it's all red.
It's all red, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I actually think I think you could put anybody's blood in me. You could probably put a dog's blood in me, and I'd be fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably like engine oil. Like, yeah, you could use SAE 30, but if you use
10W40.
if
it's
you
all
use the
same.
40, it would. You know what I mean? I always just grab it off the shelf, and my car seems to do fine. I think it's like, yeah, your body might prefer one over the other, but if
Yeah.
it's bereft of blood,
Yeah.
you know, I think it'll take what it can get.
I think so.
I feel like blood type, the whole blood type thing is, I think it's big blood, you know, telling
the
us.
big blood industry.
I think it's
We were
big.
watching a movie from like the 60s, and there was a murder, and they're trying to test the blood.
Yeah.
And there's no DNA at this point. And so they're trying to like track it down. It was
yeah.
so funny to watch it from that perspective. It's
Right.
like you have no way to know this
No,
stuff.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just
They don't
guessing.
know what they're doing. Well, so Braxton Miller is going to
Braxton
be
Miller.
on the show. That's what we're hearing.
Yep.
What are we going to talk to him about?
I don't know.
Because I didn't even know he played in the NFL. So
Well, we could ask him about.
ask him,
you know,
what's it
stuff.
like to be an NFL player?
Yeah. So
Okay.
apparently he doesn't live that far, and I think we could get him on the show.
Okay.
Did I tell you about my Del Taco experience?
Did I show you my magic trick?
No.
Which you want to do, my magic trick or your Taco Bell experience?
No, Del Taco.
Del Taco. I'm sorry.
I'll do the Del Taco.
Okay, do Del Taco.
So
It's a pretty good one.
the magic trick?
It's
Is
actually,
it as good as a be positive? Be positive. Be positive.
I think it's better. I think it's better.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Del
Okay.
Taco.
Del Taco. So Sunday, I'm driving home from work,
As you do.
and I have a half an hour before I have to stop at Panera.
Because you
Get a
got the
drink.
system figured out.
And then-
and
and
you
then-
saw a sign that said 75-cent snack tacos.
No.
Oh, okay.
So I had to feed my kids because Shelby was at work.
I feel like all tacos are snack tacos.
But I had a Sunday afternoon, the Twitter space with Carol.
Oh, sure.
So it's like I have a timeline. I have to be home at a certain time. So I thought, you know what? I'll just order on the app. I'll swing by Panera, grab my drink,
Yeah.
swing through Del Taco, pick up my order and go. Right? That's very reasonable.
Yeah.
So I get on my phone and I order $20 worth of tacos.
That's a lot of tacos at Del Taco.
Well, first of all, $20 is not that much.
Well, you can get a lot. If you're
Well, I
getting
got,
that under $2 menu.
12 burritos and 12 tacos.
Yeah, that sounds about
But
right.
that's not crazy.
Okay.
That's
No,
not a crazy
I
amount.
could eat that. in
No,
a
that's
sitting.
not a crazy
It's a
amount.
lot.
This
It
is
was-
Marion, Ohio. That's in every...
That's just a normal meal. A $20 meal.
Stella could probably blow our minds with the things that she's seen one person order at
That's
at
probably
Tim
true.
Hortons.
That's probably true. So anyways, so I place the order. I go to Panera. I grab my drink. And so by the time I get to Del Taco, it's been 25, 30 minutes.
You've had a lot of time to prepare for this
30
order.
minutes.
And you're like, you know what? It might even be a little bit cold, but at least
I'm
it's
okay
going to
with
be
it.
ready.
That's exactly right. I go
Yep,
through the
I
drive-thru.
get it.
There's nobody there. Nobody.
Empty.
There is no customers.
Uh-huh.
I pull around. I said, "There's a mobile order for Jason."
Yeah.
Yep, pull around. I'll get you.
Hey,
So
man, this is going great.
it's going great. I pull around to the thing. I give him. Oh, I actually already paid for it because I paid for it on the app.
Right.
And he goes, "Sir, do you mind pulling up? We'll have that out in a few minutes." That's exactly what I did. I looked
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
What do you mean? I
I'm
ordered
like,
this.
I ordered this a half an hour ago.
Yeah.
He's like, "Sir, it's a big
Sir,
order, whatever."
Sir.
And I don't want to
Oh,
argue
man,
at the window because I don't want them to spit my food.
Sure, of
I was
course.
raging at this point. I was
No,
so angry.
I'm
And I got to
raging.
get to Carol.
I'm thinking about
If
it.
I'm doing this.
She deserves better
Carol
than
deserves
this.
my attention.
Uh-huh.
So I go ahead and pull up, and I'm sitting there, and I'm fuming.
Serenity
my blood
now.
pressure is raising.
Serenity now.
I'm watching my phone, the time click,
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
I sat there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's been 40 minutes.
Oh.
I go inside.
Uh-huh.
They're supposed to bring it to me.
And they're just standing around.
Well, the one guy's standing. There's one little girl in the back.
And there's
making
nobody there
tacos like
still?
crazy. There's nobody there.
Yeah, this should be an all hands on deck situation.
Correct.
Yes.
And there's some manager sitting on her butt
Yeah.
at a computer playing solitaire. So I go up to the counter. I'm like,
Come on.
"Where's my food?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, we're getting it. We're finishing up right now."
Uh-huh.
I said, "This has been 40, 45 minutes now.
Yeah,
What
right.
is going on?"
Right. Yes.
And he's like,
Uh-huh.
"Well," he tries to explain it to me. I'm
Well.
like, "I ordered it 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I expected to pull up and get it." "Well, sir, we don't actually start making the order until you arrive." I'm like, "I've already paid for it.
Whoa.
I've ordered
Whoa.
it and I paid
Whoa.
for it."
Whoa.
you
Plus, it's
expect
not
that-
it's not a crazy order.
It's not a crazy order.
$20 worth of tacos.
$20 worth. And I didn't wear a special order. It's just normal tacos. Just give me $20 of tacos.
Wow.
That's all I want.
Del Taco, not a sponsor.
So no.
But they could.
And
But they could be.
They could be.
Yeah, we'll
I
take
did tell the
anybody.
manager. I did tell the manager. I said, "I am never coming back here ever again."
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
goes, "I'm sorry you feel that way." I said, No, you don't understand. You might have heard me say I might not come back. I'm telling you right now, I am never
Yeah.
coming back
Right.
to
Yeah.
Del Taco.
Yeah.
And we have a mildly successful podcast
have
that
a
we're telling the
yeah.
world.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Listen,
Literally
my-
dozens of people will hear
My
this.
only experience
Yeah.
at Del Taco was also bad, and basically the same thing, where it was just, now I didn't order ahead, but I went in and ordered like the box. It's
Yeah.
probably roughly
Yeah.
the same amount of what you ordered. And I was in there for like 25, 30 minutes waiting on it.
that's
Like I
crazy.
was late to something that I was running.
Yeah.
And like I had to text people and try. And I was like, this is ridiculous. And I watched them make up a box that was the same stuff that was my box and hand it out the window.
yeah, no.
And I was like, I've been here for so much longer than
Yeah.
that person. So yeah, I'm on board with you. I'm not going back.
This is why I decided I used to use apps exclusively to order stuff because I'm like, sweet, by the time I get there, they never. I think every place does that.
Well, here's the thing. Little Caesars doesn't. Because I order on the Little Caesars app, and I pull up and I take and go.
Well,
The
It's right
Caesar
there.
knows what's up. So
Yeah, Little Caesars is
thin
got it.
crust? We're talking Little
Come on.
Caesars thin
Have you had their
Dude,
pretzel
li-
crust?
dude,
Yeah.
the thin crust and the pretzel crust.
I love the pretzel crust. Now, Tuesday night,
Is is this what we're doing, Jason? Is
I
this
ordered-
what the podcast is?
Stella's my witness. I ordered
we-
pretzel crust pizza.
This is not-
They gave me normal pizza.
This is not what-
I ordered pretzel crust. It was normal crust.
I ordered a thin crust months ago. They gave me a
He still
normal
hasn't got it.
pizza
Yeah.
cut in the thin crust like squares. A normal
Yeah, that's
pizza.
not
I'm
right.
like,
But they cut it in squares.
yeah.
They're like,
so
"Man,
it's thin crust. I'm like, no, it's not.
crust cut in squares, the crust cut in triangles.
Then McDonald's.
I know, Jason. This is not. This is the old
The
man.
Shamrock Shake, they don't serve it in September.
Get off
Can you
my
believe
lawn. Well, yes, I can believe that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I asked the ladies at Panera about you.
Oh, what'd they say?
They
Well, I
know.
didn't, not specifically. But I said, the sign that says, sip whatever is in the back. I said, I bet you got some people pretty upset about that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah.
I said, but there was a lot of people that used to take advantage of the
Oh.
subscription.
You're ratting me out.
And she goes, 1 or 2, yeah. And I go, is one of them bald with a beard? And she goes, yeah.
That's all
if
about
I wasn't
you.
on camera, I'd flip you off right now because that's not cool.
I've said from the beginning that whole rule was always about you.
It was never about me. It was
Jason,
never about me.
You flew too close to the sun. That's what you did.
I got burned.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you knew what you were doing. There was a risk involved, and
Call me Kid Icarus.
now we all have to pay the price.
Well, I was getting that +1.
You were
I
getting
had
that.
to get that +1.
By the way, there is no +1.
No, it's a subscription.
No.
The subscription says I can have as much as I want.
And she literally said, and there were some people that would come back literally every 2 hours. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, that's what the
those
deal
people.
is.
that is the deal.
That is
no,
the
I don't
deal.
have a problem with the 2 hours, but
The
you're,
plus-
no, there is no +1.
No, there is a +1.
It's not
His
a thing.
+1 is one of the
He
coolers
just-
from
just
the
says
sidelines
it.
of the football game.
It's a +1.
You can't just say something and then it's true.
It's unlimited drink.
yes.
So I'm going to fill this cup up
Yeah.
and fill this one up. I'm drinking them both.
No, you're not allowed. They give you 1 cup. You
Yeah.
can have 1 cup. You can't bring a +1. That's not a thing.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm sure. And that's why the good drinks are in the back.
They love me there, by the way.
No, they do like you there.
They do.
They do. They do. So we could talk about other things.
What's your magic trick?
You want to see it?
No.
All right. It's more of like a mind trick.
Like mind meld?
It's
Vulcan
kind of
style?
like that thing.
Okay.
I'll do it on Jesse.
Okay.
Okay, Jesse, you ready for this?
Weak-minded.
Okay, Jesse, you ready? The moment I snap my fingers, you will forget that you were ever gay. Did it work?
That's pretty good.
yeah.
I knew
Proof
it.
positive.
Yes.
Proof positive.
Yeah.
No. No.
That's a pretty good magic trick, isn't
That's
it?
very good.
You know,
I like it.
I think you messed that up picking me.
Uh-huh.
We have Preston right here.
Sure.
No, he did it right.
No, he definitely did it right.
Aw.
I understand. You're saying that now, Jesse.
Listen, I'm gonna get
Well, you forget about it,
I'm gonna
so.
get 2-tier giblets on you guys.
You feel free. I don't know if it'll work for you. Obviously, it worked, because he has no memory of it. But
Well, I never was.
I nailed
so.
it. No, I'm just saying. I don't know if you could do that trick on other people.
I got you.
I don't know if that'll
I'll
work.
try it. Yeah. Listen, there's no doubt. I'm doing this at work tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
In front of everybody.
On a really weak-minded person,
Yeah.
it could really mess with them.
Oh, I'm gonna.
And
Yeah.
everybody that works where Jason works is weak-minded.
That is true. This is going to be great. Tomorrow's
true.
going to be the best. Okay.
All right.
I got more stuff. Do you got
I
stuff?
could talk about the time I broke up with my girlfriend. I could talk about how
Michelle?
no, it was a girl you don't know.
She went to a different school.
She did. We met at summer camp. She's from Canada.
Send me some glamour shots.
No, well, actually, she broke up with me, and now I'm remembering it better. She did break up with me, so I stole her wheelchair. And guess who came crawling back?
So stupid. What have you been watching?
I don't know.
Because this is the lowest of the low. Be positive. Wheelchair.
That one was okay.
That was okay.
That's pretty solid.
Came crawling back.
Guess who came crawling back?
So,
All right.
do you
No,
know
we
there's
can-
a video of me on YouTube. Listen, here's a couple videos of
Ominous.
me. I'm not proud of them all,
Uh-huh.
but there's one where I lip sync "Call Me Maybe."
Yeah.
You've seen it,
I've
right?
seen it.
Okay,
I have not seen this.
Okay, well, don't look for it
I'm
because
looking
it's
at it
it's
right
there.
now.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, Teddy's been showing some of his classmates. Okay, now
Yeah.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Teddy.
Do you have the ability to delete this from the internet?
I don't know. It's just it's on there.
It's
I
like
don't
your
know how to get
forever.
to it.
YouTube account or something.
Yeah. So
All right.
here's the thing.
Where's
Okay, now listen.
Listen.
We're in the car, and
Mm-hmm.
Teddy goes, "Hey, you know what we have at my school?" I said, "What?" He goes, "We have. It's called a smart screen. Do you know what a smart screen is?"
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
"No, I
Yeah,
don't know what
I
a
know-
smart screen
I know
is."
what it is.
He's like, "It's like a TV, but it's like a touch screen."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "One of the kids put their Chromebook on the smart screen,
Yeah.
and put "Call Me Maybe,"
Uh-huh.
my "Call Me Maybe" up
the-
on the smart screen in front of the whole class, and
Nice.
started playing it.
Oh, that's great.
And so all the kids are
You know
laughing
what?
and
This
joking.
is a good lesson for people.
Yeah.
You know what you put on the internet, it's there.
Yeah, it's gonna live forever.
You know, so just think about that.
Yeah.
There's some stuff I'm not so proud of.
This podcast.
This podcast.
There's about 161 things I'm not very proud of.
Where do we find this, Jason?
I
I'll
don't know.
show
It
to
doesn't
you
really
later.
matter.
I might
you
link
don't-
it in the
it's-
description.
It's,
You definitely should.
It's not great. It's not great.
It's I.
Well, we could move on to the Netflix suggestions a little early,
I
but
have another question for you.
okay, I'll answer your question.
Do you like to row boats, kayak, canoe?
Yeah, I
Things
do.
like that, you
I
know.
do,
Yeah.
and I think I'm pretty good at it actually.
Better than most.
Yeah, I'd say I'm better than most.
Think about the average.
No, I
kayaker.
don't do it often. So there's like a 10-minute learning curve, but
Yeah,
once
yeah,
I
yeah.
get past that curve, I'm like a pro.
No, I got you. I'm
Okay.
right there with you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so here's the question.
I'm like, so when I do this,
oh, and then reverse.
okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on this. How far could you row a boat continuously? How far could you get?
I watched a documentary about 4 women that rowed a boat that had a rowboat. Now it was like this kind of big one.
Yeah.
All the way from California to Australia.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was crazy.
Did they have a
It's a
support
documentary. What?
support vessel with them, like food and water?
No. The boat that had a little sleeping quarters underneath.
Pretty good sized boat.
Yeah, it was a pretty good sized boat, but not like huge. You know,
Yeah.
it was just enough for them to kind of get down there, and they had food. And then they stopped at Hawaii, and then they stopped, I think, at Guam to like reload
Yeah, yeah,
provisions.
yeah.
And in fact, when they were just about ready to end, the last like 3 days before they got to Australia, they had completely run out of food.
Oh, my
Now they
gosh.
had other ways to get water. I think they could
distill or something.
desalinization of the water
Yeah.
or something like that. So water wasn't an issue, but they did run out of food the
Wow.
last 3 days. It was intense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did they do this? And like, we're raising awareness for breast cancer. I'm like, I don't know. We're all pretty aware that it is.
NFL wears pink every November.
I always hate the raising awareness campaigns for anything.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
I'm like, you just want to do this.
You want- well,
like, you
or-
just say, I want to do it. I don't.
Yeah.
No one's ever done it. I want to be the one that did it.
But now I'm aware of the breast cancer that
Like, yeah, it's not
know
like I watched this documentary. I'm like, what cancer?
Wait,
Is
what's
this-
wow,
happening?
I should give
Wait a
all of
minute.
my money to them.
Okay, I guess. Is that gonna how big of a check do I have to write before you can cure it? Huh? Oh, you don't know. Oh, you're never gonna do it. Oh, where's this money going?
And how much money have you given?
Exactly.
personally? Yep.
Okay, so the question is, how far could you row? So, like, if you were in Cuba, could you row to
Continuous?
Florida?
It's be real time.
I actually have an answer to that question.
For yourself?
Yeah, because I've
You've done this.
yes, I have. What back in my day,
Yeah.
I was in Scouts.
Oh, my
and I
goodness.
stayed. Well, we were in the Keys, and
Uh-huh.
we took these like war canoes 7 miles to another island.
Okay, 7 miles
Yeah,
is
they-
what you did.
Mhm.
How, and by the end of 7 miles, you're like, I'm kind of done. Or
Well, yeah, because I was cooking in the sun,
okay,
and
you're
I threw
cooking
up
this
a
up.
lot because I was
You know,
seasick.
Oh, that's a pretty good picture.
I think so. This is a tough question. I would say it's hard to say. So I'm in a rowboat by myself or a kayak by myself.
Yeah.
And so how far can I go before I'm like, I'm just done? I
You can't go anymore.
I think I could go for a couple of days. You know, I don't know how
Yeah.
far that gets me. That's what it also
Yeah.
depends on. Like, I'm on a river, I'm on the ocean, there's currents. I mean, how far you go.
If
like
you s-
these ladies,
Yeah.
there would be some days where they go 70 miles in a day. There were a couple days where they go like 4 because like the currents and things were
Ugh,
against them.
that sounds awful.
You know, so how far? There's a lot of different elements at play, but I think I could go for a couple of days, like if I had to.
Cubans do it all the time
Yeah.
to get to Florida, right? If you're motivated, you're
Yeah.
going to do it. If you started in Cleveland, could you get to Canada?
The
Lake Erie.
Lake Erie. Yeah. I could do
Really?
that. Sure.
I think I don't think it'd be. I mean, it's not
I
like
think it's harder than you think.
It'd be hard, but I don't think it'd be like the ocean hard.
So I wonder if we could find out if anybody has done it, or
Yeah,
you know
maybe there's some
what that's
thing
like.
called the internet or something like that. You know.
Oh my goodness, boy, we got to do everything around here. I think breakfast in bed is one of the more overrated things in the world. I don't want breakfast in bed. If somebody brought me breakfast in bed, I'm like, I'm not hungry yet. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like I gotta pee. You know what I mean? Like I
gotta
just
get up.
You know, it's like a whole thing, and then I'm gonna have crumbs in my bed.
Yeah.
You know, like can I just Can you just give me if somebody surprised me and was like, we got breakfast in bed. Now, you do the thing as a dad when your kids bring it to you, like on Father's Day, and they bring you like burnt toast and stuff. Yeah. You're like, thank you, But that's for them,
Yeah.
Breakfast in bed, I'm uninterested in it. It's more of a hassle for me than it is
Now, I will
a
say,
blessing.
dinner in bed is a completely different experience.
If somebody brought me like lasagna
Come on. What are we talking about?
Game over.
in bed, because whenever I get done eating lasagna, I'm like half comatose anyway. So I just kind of like put it on the side of the
You wake up with a big piece of it just like on your face.
Yeah, dinner in bed. Now that's something.
Yeah.
I'll take dinner in bed.
I'll do dinner in bed every night.
Give me some fried chicken in bed. What are we talking about?
Come on.
I'm gonna eat dinner in bed. That'd be
Thanksgiving
happy.
dinner?
Yeah. Oh, because I love to
Yes.
go to sleep after I eat.
Yes.
But like I wake up,
yeah.
and usually when I wake up, I feel awful anyway because I ate way too late nachos the night before
In
I'm
bed.
Like, I've been burping them up.
Get the Pepto out.
Me and Aaron went on a run the other day. We kept on laughing because earlier in the day we went to a Mexican restaurant and I ordered mini chimmies, which we just thought was the funniest like name of a thing. And like the whole time we were running like, those mini chimmies are starting to come up. Oh, I shouldn't have had those mini chimmies.
How many mini chimneys do you think that you could eat?
At what's the Mexican restaurant? Not the mi jalapeno, El Cabanano. You're so much like your dad. You know that?
I'm sorry.
Like, do you know how? You don't know how to say it, do
No,
you?
I don't. How do you say it?
El Campesino.
That's
So
what I said.
At El Campesino, the mini chimneys come. First of all, the first time I've ordered the mini chimneys, she was like, the waitress was like, "That's a good order," and I was like, "Really?" Because I thought about not getting them, and she's like, "No, you definitely want to get the mini chimneys." She's like, "It's my favorite thing," and she's like, "It comes with like a Chipotle ranch." She's like, "It's amazing," and I was like, "Oh man, I'm so excited about the mini chimneys." And I'm talking about them, and then
Talk about the mini chimneys.
yeah, and I'm just I just can't even focus on anything.
I
like,
really want some mini chimneys right now.
the people at the table are talking, but I'm just like keep on looking, And then she comes out and she's like, "Listen, we don't have the Chipotle ranch," and I was like, "But you kind of made it sound like that was the best part of the mini chimney," and she's like, "It's pretty good." She's like, "You don't have to eat it. You don't have to eat the mini chimneys. We can make you something else." And I was like, "What would you dip the mini chimneys in?"
Queso.
And she's like, "We'll bring out queso."
Yeah.
But she's like, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "I guess just bring it out with the queso." So I did, and they were amazing. And then the next time I did ask, I was like, "Listen."
Was that the same lady?
No, it was a different lady. I was like, "I'm going to order the mini chimneys." He's like, "Yes, sir." It's a Mexican fella. And,
Si, senor.
Si, senor. And I was like, hold on. I was like, what is the situation with this Chipotle ranch? You got it back there? He's like, "Oh, yes." Muy Chipotle ranch. So he brought it out, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So mini chimneys.
I want some mini chimneys.
Well, you didn't answer. How many comes in a mini
Oh,
chimney
well, I think
order?
it's only 8. It's an appetizer.
Only 8.
Could you eat?
They're mini.
Could you eat 20 of them?
Yes.
30?
Yes.
40?
We're getting there.
50?
Somewhere around 40 is where I tap out. They're not very big.
Yeah.
It's like a half of a hot dog, like length.
Okay.
Goes well. I mean, they're
Mini chimneys.
Yeah, they're mini chimneys. Come on. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this. It's like a half of an egg roll.
Yeah.
So like how many egg rolls could I eat? I don't know, 20. I could probably eat 20 egg rolls. So 40 mini chimneys.
That's
I
a
think
lot of egg rolls.
Dude,
Oh,
every
man,
time I get
listen.
Mexican, I always get the queso, and a bowl, like a small bowl or a big bowl, and I always say pitcher. I always say bring it in a pitcher and a thick straw.
Yeah.
And not one time have they laughed at that joke. They're just like, oh okay. Like, okay, whatever.
My wife one time at a Mexican restaurant ordered chicken pollo.
Chicken?
Yeah. She's like, "Ooh, you guys have that chicken. Can I get the chicken pollo?" And he's like, You could tell the guy was like, I don't know how to not insult her right now, and I want to get a tip.
The chicken pollo.
And he's like, what would you like on your pollo? You know,
Whoa.
I don't know what is my accent. What is this accent I'm talking? It's French. Oh, chicken pollo. Now I tuned in. No. Somehow I became the water boy or something. No, or like I became Adam Sandler at some point. You know. A chicken John All right, let's play the Netflix suggestion of the week. This is getting out of control, and I got a really good suggestion, and we still have to get to Jesse's strong opinion because we have a song for it now. So we got a lot going on. So let's do the Netflix suggestion of the week.
I'm just going to talk over this part. Someone in 2018 did go from Cleveland to Canada. Took 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Hey. Cleveland, Canada.
Maybe Hulu Plus. Netflix, watch these shows with us. Netflix, maybe Hulu Plus. Or maybe
Jason.
Amazon Prime or something
What
like that.
is your Netflix suggestion of the week? Last week you said you had something queued, and we were all on the edge of our seats about that.
it was Great British Bake Off.
You had it queued, but last week
I watched it.
Your suggestion, and you watched it.
I did watch it, but that wasn't my
Have you
Netflix
seen both
suggestion.
episodes?
I have, yeah.
The cake, and then the next week was biscuits? Is that right?
No.
I think it was.
Yeah, it was because they had the cookie sandwich
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was biscuits.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's your early favorite?
I like the grandma lady,
Okay.
Mickey.
Yeah.
I think her name's Mickey.
Sure.
Yeah. So
There's
I don't
always
think
like
she
who
can
I
win.
think is going to win
Yeah,
and who I want to win.
I want Mickey to win.
Okay.
I don't think she can win.
Yeah.
The hearing aid girl.
I like the hearing aid girl.
Yeah.
There's another girl. I don't remember I don't know the names well enough.
Yeah.
But there's another girl that I think is going to win.
Yeah.
She's not been like outstanding, but everything's been very
Is
solid.
the heavyset girl?
No. No.
Okay.
I don't think so. No. All right. What's your
My
Netflix
Netflix
suggestion?
suggestion of the week. I watched it last night. It's like 4 or 5 episodes. It's a miniseries. It's called The Big Vape.
Okay.
Okay. And so the company currently known as Juul, Juul,
Yeah.
right? You guys
Yeah.
know Juul?
Yeah.
It talks about their whole process from beginning to end.
Do you remember the first time you encountered vaping? I do.
No, I don't. I mean, I remember like when I was like, "What's going on? What is this?"
I was working construction.
yeah.
And I was working for my father-in-law, Terry. Terry, I don't know if you still listen to the show. I made some disparaging remarks about
the apocalypse.
apocalypse and things like
Revelation
that.
and end of the world.
And I might have upset him. But full disclosure, I don't know what I'm talking about. So, which he might say that his response might, you're not allowed to not know. You know what I mean? Like there's an incumbent upon you to know. Yeah. But
Que sera, sera.
I don't really know what I'm saying from one episode to another. But anyway, I was working for my father-in-law, and I was, kind of in charge of some jobs and stuff, and over some guys. And we had a very strict no smoking in the van policy. You don't smoke in the work van.
Right. Why would you?
So one day I'm driving the work van, and the guy next to me, he starts puffing, and I'm like, whoa, bro, we don't smoke in the van.
Yeah.
It's like, when we get there, you can, he's like, no, I'm not smoking, I'm vaping. I'm like, your wedding?
Well, wedding?
What? And he's like, yeah, it's not smoke. It's vape. And he explained it to me, and it smelled amazing. I was like, can you do this every time we're in the
Just
car?
keep it coming.
Because this smell is so much better than your normal smell, So that I remember it was like I was like, he had explained the whole thing to me. I didn't know what it was.
I remember like the first time it was like sugar cookie is what I smelled like out of the vape, and it was delicious.
Yeah.
It
Cotton
smelled
candy
delicious.
is
cotton
that.
candy.
Oh man, that one smells good.
Yeah.
So-
We're gonna find out vaping is way worse for you.
Yeah, well,
that documentary pretty much.
Oh,
Did you
really?
watch it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I actually would say it's unsettled, the science.
What is it on?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's like 6 parts maybe.
Okay.
They're like 45 minutes each.
All right, I'm gonna
So
watch it.
Here's the thing. The first one, the first set of guys that invented this e-cigarette type of thing, they were doing it to get people off of cigarettes.
Right.
They smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
They said, we like the social interaction. We like the ritual of like firing it up.
Who
and sitting
doesn't?
around and I do.
I feel
And,
like as a society, we don't have as many rituals as we ought to anymore.
I agree.
I think we're ritualless.
Ritualless.
Yeah. we're just
We need more
in
rituals.
need of more rituals. Anyway,
I agree.
continue.
Anyways, so they wanted to create an atmosphere, an environment, some technology to where they could get this ritual of smoking.
Yeah.
Get the benefits of the smoking.
Yeah.
Without all the harmful side effects.
Sure.
So it talks about the whole process from beginning to end. And I think if they stayed on the right path, I think they succeeded. They started marketing it to younger people, and a bunch of high school kids started doing it.
Listen, that's what cigarettes have been marketing. That's why they have
Right.
Joe Camel. you
Well, the
know?
problem is these teenagers could not regulate their usage.
No.
So they originally they were
They
thinking
were
like
all
one
nicked up.
one set would get you through a day.
Yeah.
But these kids were doing like 3 sets a day.
Sure.
And it
Yeah.
was like massive overdose
Turns
on
out
all this
it's
stuff.
pretty addicting.
Turns out it's pretty addicting. So anyways, it's actually a really, really great doc.
All right, my Netflix suggestion of the week is found on Hulu.
Okay.
It's my wife and I like to watch home improvement shows sometimes.
Yeah.
And this one's called Your Home Made Perfect.
By Bob Vila?
No, I think it's located in Ireland. The premise of the show is that you have a house problem, you know,
Yeah.
and the husband and the wife, sometimes the wife and the wife, but you know,
Sometimes the husband and the husband.
it's just, you know, so far there's only been one of those. But anyway, there's a disagreement. Well, I want an open plan. But I want this or I want that, you know. And so they take two designers who create two different designs, and then they choose which design they like. But here's the cool thing, Jason. You're saying, well, that just sounds like a normal show.
Well, that does just sound like a normal
Here's
show.
the
Okay,
thing.
Yeah.
They give them a virtual reality tour of the change of the home, and it's always like there's always tears. I'm like, oh, I didn't do this. So anyway, it's called Your Home Made Perfect. It's fine. It's just a way to pass the day until we all die. So, but for us, it's working pretty good. All right. So, I mean,
That's what I want out of my shows.
I think that's what
passing
we're
the
all
time.
looking for.
I mean, we're all going to die.
Essentially, we're all going to die. We'd like to pretend that we're not for 5 minutes at a time or so. You know, every once in a while, we just like to forget the fact
When I'm eating my mini
of my
chimneys,
imminent death.
I just want to eat
Yes.
my mini chimneys.
I
you
just
know?
want to not. I just want to watch somebody make a decision about their home while I'm eating many chimneys, and think that this moment could last forever. And one day I won't be rotting in my grave.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think that there's many chimneys on the menu in heaven?
No.
No.
No, they're full chimneys.
Oh, full blown chimneys.
Yeah.
I ate 40
There's
of
many
those.
nothing. All right, so we've got the Jesse's strong opinion, and my son paying dividends already. He has created a song. He collaborated with Jesse,
Yeah,
and
we
here's
had
the
a good
song.
old fashioned collab.
Opinions are like buttholes, everybody has one, and most of them stink. Here's mine. My opinion, not my butthole.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, there it
That
is.
was great.
That's Jesse's strong opinion. It's the jingle we're going to hear every week, whether we
Yep.
want to or not.
Yep.
So
We don't hear it.
Jesse, what is your strong opinion of the week?
So it's another bathroom related opinion.
We assume so.
yeah. So last week, which I didn't even get to really give my full opinion,
That's fine.
the lights need to stay on longer. That was my opinion last week. My opinion this week is that they need, in public restrooms, you need to provide more than single ply toilet paper. I am sick and tired of being 2 knuckles brown down, coming out. Then I have to wash my hands, which I normally do not do, but now I have to. And it's all because of this crappy, cheap toilet paper.
And here you
At
are.
least give us double ply.
You're out on a job, and then you're thinking, I got I gotta go use the restroom.
Yeah.
You know, and on your way to the restroom, you got a 2-inch grip on a 6-inch turd, and you gotta get there immediately.
Quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to be thinking about is how many plies my toilet paper is gonna
Yeah.
have.
Because it should be at least
I knew
2
you would
ply.
like that.
Yeah.
2-inch grip on a 6-inch.
You're prairie dogging it.
Every day. Every day.
Jesse, can I just say that you just use more toilet paper?
I do.
just
It's
get
still,
more.
It's so weak.
The
Maybe
difference is between single ply and double ply is another layer of toilet
Just-
paper.
But here's
Layer
the
it
thing.
up.
For
Double it up.
some reason, I just wipe too
Are you a
aggressively.
scruncher or are you a rapper?
No, I'm a rapper.
Okay.
I wrap that thing nice and neat. I mean, it's wrapped neat enough. It could be like one of those origami swans that you see on fancy restaurant tables. I get it wrapped up really nice,
Yeah.
and then
we don't need
I
details.
place it.
Do you
No,
wrap
I
it
got
up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need.
Who
You know,
bunches?
People bunch.
Do you bunch?
I don't bunch.
Dan?
I bunch.
No.
Nuh-uh.
You live in a
You're a
loft.
buncher?
You're better than that.
I didn't know, Jason, until you told me that you rapped. I didn't know that anybody didn't bunch. Like
I don't know why you would bunch. Rapping makes so much more
Yeah,
sense.
it falls apart when you pull it out to check it.
listen,
and
There's stuff
like,
going everywhere.
I don't want to brag, but I'm pretty good at bunching. I've got
We've
techniques.
been doing it for 40 years.
I've got techniques.
Yeah.
I've become pretty good at it.
I
So
think you should try rapping.
You should try the rap.
okay.
And you should try the bunch.
I've tried it before, and it always ends up falling on the floor when I
I've
pull it
never
out to
tried the
look,
rap. It seems so foreign to me.
You should try it.
It's just
it's
too-
far superior.
I don't know.
Now here's the thing. I don't do either. I do wet wipes.
You
I'm
like
a wet wipe guy. Mm-hmm. I like
Yeah.
the wet
You got
wipes.
the
I'm a
stickies.
folder.
Did you say Folgers?
Yes. Yep. No.
You use coffee grounds?
Sure do.
You know what?
No, I fold.
Wait, what do you fold?
I fold it like
do you mean?
by the seam. I just
So just two single pieces.
First of all,
side
you
by
don't
side?
fold it. You shouldn't fold it on the seam.
How
That's the
many-
weakest part of it. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like more likely
Do
to
you
fall
like
apart.
triple, like boom,
yeah,
boom?
Yeah.
That seems like it would take a long time.
I think a wrap is the way to go.
Yeah, just.
I mean, yeah, if you're like
Okay.
in a rush, you can wrap
But-
it. But
Anyway, so your strong opinion is
that public restrooms need to provide more than single ply toilet paper for us aggressive wipers.
Jesse, if someone drops their dog off at your kennel and they're like, "Can I use your restroom?" Would you let them?
Yeah.
And what's your toilet paper situation?
Single ply. But here's why. Listen, here's why.
Yeah.
Our septic can't handle anything
Well,
more.
maybe these other septics
So-
can't handle them too. You know.
Now,
That's their problem.
that's there. Yeah.
You know what? If you live in glass houses, you shouldn't throw poop. You know, unless you're a monkey, and then I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's all free. Yeah.
It's just at that point. All right, Jason, that's a show. Like it or not, there's just another, just another one in the books.
Earlier
Yeah.
in the episode, I started talking, and I just saw Jason roll his eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, listen, I started off with a bad joke,
Like 3 bad jokes.
but I ended with a 2-inch grip on a 6-inch turd.
That's pretty good.
You liked that.
That's pretty good.
That's my next tattoo.
All right, this is Dan signing off for Jason, reminding you to always keep your stick on the ice and never wear the blue sweats.
Good dog.
I have spoken.
Good night, Lauer Patch Kids. And especially you, 2-tiered giblets, my man.
And if you're still listening, like, comment, share, do something.
Just
Do something.
anything.
Smash that like button.
No, don't smash it.
Don't
I hate
smash it.
perverts.
Smash that like button.
Just anything.
Just do something.
Something.
Flick it lightly.